sometimes you can't desensitize the gag out of a child. Now hear me out. Typically when we think about gagging, we think about when a child is first starting solids and they might gag a little bit with new textures as they're trying to figure out what to do. Now, the gag in this situation is a protective reflex. It is helping the child recognize, oh, there's something foreign in my mouth. I'm not really sure what to do with it. And so it takes some time for them to advance their oral motor skills and build more felt safety around those foods. But that's not the only reason that a gag occurs. And if we don't figure out the underlying reason why a gag is happening, then the interventions we offer could actually cause more harm than good. Some examples of other things that might lead to gagging include psychosocial implications, so anxiety or stress around a meal, past negative experiences surrounding a certain texture or a food, and gastrointestinal issues such as GERD, delayed gastric emptying, or EOE. In cases like these, trying to desensitize the gag reflex by brushing, stroking, adding vibration, or doing any type of oral input is not likely going to lead to that gag reflex decreasing to the point of the child accepting more foods orally. Why? Because it's not about it being desensitized. It's about managing the psychosocial implications or the medical diagnosis so that the child feels safe to accept things by mouth. The other thing is, if a child doesn't understand why they're gagging, this can also make the experience significantly more negative. So if you're using an intervention that increases the gag, trying to integrate it, but it's not reflex related, this can be a very negative experience. Let me give you an example. Every time I brush my teeth, when I brush my tongue, I gag. Almost every single time. Some days it's worse than others, couldn't tell you why. However, I know the importance of brushing my tongue for oral hygiene, and so I push through. I know I'm in a gag, I get over it, not a big deal. Cognitively, I'm aware of why I'm doing that, but no amount of brushing my tongue desensitizes me from this. Now, I have found that sometimes using distractions like watching a video or listening to music while I'm brushing my teeth can help decrease this, but also sometimes it just still happens. Because I can cognitively understand what's going on, this isn't a negative experience for me. But for our kids who don't understand that, we have to be really, really cognizant of choosing an approach that is not going to lead to more harm. So stop just trying to desensitize a gag. Figure out why it is happening and tailor your interventions to that specifically. Check out the caption for more.